She is my emotional support while I read my emotionally traumatizing / damaging books. And we're about to talk about one. She also smells like strawberries. So good. My boyfriend for our anniversary took me to Build-A-Bear for my very first time ever being at Build-A-Bear and getting one. So he took me and I got this lovely bunny and I love her and she is my child. Anyway, she is probably going to be making a lot of features in videos, honestly. I've been cuddling up with her and reading. I've only had her for a day. But the book that I am reading today, I was holding her the whole time. Anyway, today we're talking about a different book, You've Reached Sam. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. It might have been a 3 out of 5, but I think it was a 4. I don't remember. Anyway, I liked it. It was good. Even though it's not a 5 for me, I still liked it, and I do feel like this is a good book to have in your library. It very heavily focuses on grieving and trying to let go and get over someone you've lost, which I feel like everyone has lost someone and has had to find a way to get over it. And I think this book did a good job showcasing it's not always going to be beautiful and it's not always going to be clean and simple and easy. It's going to be messy, it's going to be hard. You're going to want to hold on as tight as you can even though you need to let go, and that's exactly what happens in this book. I am going to spoil what happens now, so if you have come this far and you have not read this book, I advise you click off this video, go read it, and then you can come back, because I'm going to spoil a lot of things, and I don't want to ruin your experience. There we go. So yeah, so we've got Julie right here and Sam dies in a car crash and Julie has to get over it. And this is one thing I did not like about the book, was I kind of felt like everyone was trying to push Julie to move on too quickly, and they were all too focused on Sam and what he would have wanted. While I do think it's important to try and respect the dead and, you know, do things in honor for them, like there's one point where she goes to a festival for another friend who clearly wants her to go. I think he was trying to like ask her for like a date type thing. That's the vibe that I got, and that's the vibe she got. I feel like she maybe shouldn't have gone, or if she did, I feel like it should have been for her, not for Sam. Like everyone was trying to force on her. She wasn't ready, she didn't want to, but something good did come out of it. So I feel like it should have been ultimately her choice on if she went or not. I don't think people should have forced it onto her. And you've got to think, this whole thing, it starts, I believe, a week after his death, and then it ends like a couple months. So I think it's like 2, maybe 3 months after he dies is when the book ends. That is not enough time to get over someone who you have been with for 3 years, to just get over them in 3 months. And I feel like everyone was trying to rush her to get over it and move on and do other things. Well, yes, it was important for her to, you know, do schoolwork, use that as kind of a crutch, focus on something else that's going to benefit her later on. And I just feel like people were trying to push her into social situations that she just wasn't ready for or just didn't want to do. And I feel like everyone can agree on this. When you're forced to go to a social event you don't want to go to, you almost always end up having a bad time. Sure, there might be like a couple incidences where you go, you're not really feeling it, but then you go and it's really fun and you enjoy yourself. But overall, for me at least, I tend to not enjoy it and just want to go home the whole time I'm there. So I really don't think you should be forcing someone who is grieving to go. That is my biggest complaint with this book. Another complaint is there were so many like side characters that we didn't get to fully explore, and half the time I forgot they even existed, and then they would just randomly be brought up again, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a person who goes to school with her. Okay, cool. Or that's her worker who just like seemed very unimportant. The only thing he had going was his film festival that she went to. And that only benefited her because there was someone that Sam admired who was there. So again, I don't know, I might be alone in this, but that's just what I was feeling while reading it. But I will say, I still cried almost every single chapter, especially when she would talk with Sam. A lot of their conversations would lead me to tears. So yeah, I cried a lot. I read this in the span of 2 days. It was very quick, very easy to read. The chapters are kind of long, but you get so soaked up into the book and in the moment, and it really was an enjoyable read, emotional read. But it didn't leave me feeling empty and broken like other books have. This left me feeling kind of at peace. Like, I feel like the purpose of this book is to let you know it's okay to move on, and it's okay to do your own thing, and it's also okay to grieve, and it's okay to miss someone, but it's also important to know that they're still with you even though they're not there. Like, Sam had like this jacket that he wore all the time that Julie had. That's a part of him that is always with her. Like his shirts that she took from his house, a part of him that's always with her. So you're always going to have a part of them with you, whether it's like a shirt or a mixed CD that your boyfriend gives you, or a photo, or just something small. You're always going to have that part of them. And I think that's really important. And I do think that this is a good book to just read overall, and you should have it on your shelf. And yeah, I feel like you could read this book if you're grieving something. Maybe not while it's fresh, maybe while you're in the healing process or like getting over it, you can read this. I probably wouldn't read this while the wound is fresh. I would let it heal a little bit and then pick it up. But I do think that this is a really good book to have on your bookshelf, and it's definitely on mine. So yeah, that's it for this video though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read this book, comment down below your opinions. If you agreed with something I said or disagreed, that's totally fine too. And I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!